Panther Nation Podcast. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, cut it. Cut right. And I would like to introduce one of the hottest podcasts in Carolina history. Let's go. Yeah. Let's check. We got time to chop it up. Talking analytics and fantasy draft. You know what's up. Panther Nation representing. Cause this is where we talk that. Talk that's so incredible. Make them rewind that talk back. Pause. Talking Panthers football. We discussing it all. On and off the field. You know exactly who to call. You know we the #1 podcast. Competition is non-existent. You need to stop that. Pause. It's an honor to be a Panther fan. Pause. At Bank of America, that is where we ball. Coming to the jungle, then you gonna feel the pause. Winning the trophy for the city, it is the call. Black, white, and blue, we going Carolina strong. And this is the conversation where everyone belongs. Discussing all the numbers and topics, you know we got it. We the hottest podcast, and we poppin'. Let's go.
QueenCityPodcastNetwork.com.
Yo, what's cracking, Panther Nation? It's your boy Rashad and Dave in the building for another episode of the Panther Nation Podcast. Dave, what's good with you, man?
What's going on, man? As you can see, the transitions are continuing.
Coming together. I see it. It's coming together.
There's more, like week to week, there's going to be more progression,
That's good. That's good. Together, man.
But unfortunately, I had to humble myself and get a storage spot. It became very clear that I did not have enough space. And as soon as I asked my daughter, how many boxes are you planning to take down to Hofstra? And her answer was, only 2. She has 20. She has like 10, 15. So I'm like, all right, yeah, let me go ahead and box this and put this somewhere. So yeah, we getting there. There.
Nice. That's what's up, man. Good weekend for your boy. It was the birthday weekend, so I was outside.
Yeah, we know you were.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Just remember, man, you ain't 20 no more, dog. This is different.
I was in the house early. You know what I mean? Like I went outside, but went back in quickly. You know me, bro. I'm old. You know, I don't do too much for the birthday anyway. But I appreciate all the birthday love that was on X. Greatly appreciate that. Appreciate you for posting it up there too.
No problem, man.
I don't do too much for my birthday, man. I don't like all the attention, so I appreciate it. All the love that came through. So it's all good, man.
Yeah, it's funny. This young lady I'm talking to right now, I showed her some of the old step shows. I showed her Chappelle's show.
Mm-hmm. She ain't seen it.
No. It's somebody else.
Okay, my bad.
Yo. Hey,
my bad. Hey, my bad. Hey, my bad. Hey, look, my bad. I didn't mean to. My bad.
Oh yeah. I haven't talked to you about that. Yeah,
you have not, sir. My bad. My bad.
That's on me then. That's on me.
My bad, Dave. God.
But either way, nah, man, because I was like, I was just showing stuff, and then I was like, wow, man, damn, we were young, bro.
Yeah, it's old, man. We old, long time ago.
We were young, bro.
Man, yeah, we was outside, man. Shout out to the G-Ho days, 13-time back to all the backs. Step show champs. You know what time it is, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I thought the street was gonna last till my daughter graduated from high school. They came close. They came real close.
We had a good run, man. We had a real good run, and then you know how some of the young bros felt a little entitled, stop putting in the effort. Yeah, I mean, so they ended up getting smacked a couple of times, but we coming back though. Shout out to the good Ada bros. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll be back.
We'll see y'all at this G-Ho. We'll get it back. But yeah, man, we had a nice run of step shows back in the day. Good times for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one day we'll play them on the pod. When
we got there's a couple. Shout out to Star. Let me be clear. My bad knee behind was not there, but
nah, I was outside, bro. I was outside for sure. I was everywhere at A&T, man. But it's all good, man. Good times back in the day. Good times. But anyway, yeah, man, we got to get into a couple of things we got to talk about. It won't be a huge, long pause, major pause episode. But we'll get right to it, Dave, and let's talk about it. We got to talk about that trade. You know what I mean? We got to talk about the trade for sure. With Jalen Ramsey, because it was good times. Jalen Ramsey. That finally came to a conclusion. But before we get into that, we got to talk about Game Changers tees. Game Changers. I appreciate everybody that has gone over there, use that promo code PNP to buy you a Game Changer shirt. They got elite quality shirts, great designs. Go over, promo code PNP10 for your order. We greatly appreciate that. Help support the channel. You could use the code PNP10. You can subscribe, like, notification bell, all that good stuff. That all helps out the channel. So go over and get your tees if you have not done so already. Really, really good quality stuff. And I'm going to submit a request. I'm going to submit a request to the good folks that are Game Changers to create a Jalen Coker t-shirt. So if you see it up there,
it's overdue, bro.
If you see it up there, it's because I pushed it. So hopefully that will come to fruition. Well, shout out to the good folks over at Game Changers.
And by the way, y'all better buy them too. If we get the Coker jersey, y'all better buy it.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Coker, and hopefully Game Changers can make that happen. But anyway, let's keep it moving. All right, Dave. Jalen Ramsey was traded. Yeah, I mean, Steelers are wheeling and dealing out here, Dave. They got Aaron Rodgers. They got Jalen Ramsey. They got Jonnu Smith. Dave.
They try. Look, man, do you see the division that they're in? They got to.
Is it Mike Tom? I mean, okay. Before we break down the trade, let's just start here. Do you think all this movement is signaling that it might be over for Tomlin soon?
No.
You don't think so?
Tomlin's going to get to leave on his own terms. If it's over for Tomlin, it's because Tomlin decided to retire. Well, let's not do this. That man's never had a losing season.
I'm asking the question.
No, that man's never had a losing season his entire career. Matter of fact, here's a hot take for you. Matter of fact, prediction. I think that streak gonna end, and Aaron Rodgers got to own that legacy, bro. If that happens,
wow.
I think that streak gonna end, even with all these moving and grooving. That streak gonna end, but they're not gonna. Even then, they wouldn't fire him. He gonna make the decision for himself whether or not he wants to move on or not. But I think the consecutive seasons of wins that ends this year, this upcoming season. That ends.
Sheesh.
So I hate it. I hate that it ends. I hate that it's gonna end because, dog, he's been the coach since what? 06? 05? 06? Dog, not to have a losing season in almost 20 years is insane. That's insane. But no.
Yeah. I don't. It's interesting. Before we dive deeper into this trade, let's hit these super chats real quick. Marquis Jones says, like, comment, subscribe, keep pounding. We appreciate that, Marquis. Kyle says, anyone else see a lose-lose trade between Pitt and Miami? Steelers get older and more explosive, but not much better.
Expensive, yeah.
Expensive, excuse me. More expensive, but not much better. Miami gets cheaper, but they can't spend it this year, and this thin roster gets even thinner. That's a great observation, Kyle. I kind of agree with you, low key.
To a point. I mean, I think if the Steelers legitimately think they got a shot to win now, like you don't make these type of moves, you don't think you got a shot to win now. Like the Steelers do have some talent on that roster. I mean, the big thing they needed was a quarterback, but I just don't think Aaron Rodgers has it anymore. I just don't. Like, I just honestly do not think he has it anymore. So I think for Miami, they're just trying to fix their cap situation, which means it's going to be a down year for them. And then they're going to have to figure out what they're going to do with Tua, but they just paid him. Like, if Tua keeps getting these concussions, at some point you're going to have to make the decision to hang it up. So we'll see.
Shout out to Knucklehead K. Knucklehead K says, first time catching it live in a little minute. Hope all is well. Remember to hit the like button and the notification button for these guys. Greatly appreciate that, Knucklehead K. Good seeing you back in the stream. Appreciate that a lot. A-Cash says, Dave, you keep saying he's never had I think that meant losing season. But what's the point of it all in the 9-8 in the one and dones. As a Tomlin fan, they need change.
They need it. I mean, there's a lot of Steelers fans I know that want to get a brand new coach. But I'm going to tell you something right now, guys. If you get a brand new coach, y'all start having all these losing seasons, I'm just going to be looking at y'all like y'all crazy. Like, the key is to be in it. And he's been in it. Like,
that's the first step. Yeah.
You need to be in it. We've never had, but listen, we're talking about, like, we do a show we do a show for a team that's never had consecutive winning seasons.
I was just going to say that too. But Dave, I was going to say that. But with that said too, expectations are different. Like, we cover a team that's been in poverty for a while from a losing perspective. The Steelers, bro, they got rings. The expectations for the Steelers and expectations for the Panthers are not the same, right?
I get it.
So we can't look at it from a Panthers perspective and be like, oh, if we were just 9-8 and that's fun. Like, we will look at that and be like, yo, that's great. Can we even get to that point? But the Steelers, nah, bro. The expectations are different, bro. That's
no. I'm not doubting, like, the differences between Steelers versus us. I'm not doubting that one bit. But my point is that there's only one squad that walks out with the Lombardi Trophy every year. There's only one. All right? That's the reality. There's only one. Okay? The first step to get to that point is to win your division, get a wild card berth, make the playoffs, to have a shot. To be in it is important. And I know the Steelers got 6 rings and all that. I get it. But I think there were times when the Steelers were bad. It was before we were born. I think it was in the early 80s when they were bad, right? Like, so it can happen to anybody if you make bad decisions. And the Rooneys overall has made pretty good decisions.
Yeah.
It can happen to anybody.
But yeah, you're right, Dave. But what they're doing right now seems extremely uncharacteristic of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Extremely. Like,
Rooney's getting old, bro. He wants to win.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. DK, all these guys that they're bringing in, bro, that's not the Steeler way. That's not the way they do things. And so to me, it seems like a bit of a panic is not the right word for it, but it seems a bit extreme. And I get it. The division is tough. You got to deal with the Ravens. You got to deal with it's extremely
Bengals
tough.
And the Browns is kind of
The Browns are browning, but
they brown a little bit.
I get it. I understand that, but it seems
they got a more recent playoff win than Tomlin does, I think. Or am I tripping?
I don't know.
I gotta check.
I don't know. But it just seems very uncharacteristic, bro. That's all I'm saying for the Steelers. But anyway, before we done broke the whole thing down before we even talked about the actual structure of the trade. But
sorry,
they got no, it's all good. The Steelers got Jalen Ramsey, Jonnu Smith, and a 2027 7th round pick. The Dolphins got Minka Fitzpatrick and a 2027 5th round pick. I mean, there are some financial considerations that come along with this. I think the Steelers are going to be paying him a little bit more. He got like a little bump of pay in this deal.
Mm-hmm. Like I think an extra $2 million, 1.5 or $2 million, I think. Yeah, 1.5 million, I believe.
1.5 million for this season. So he's expected to earn $26.6 million in 2025.
And then,
that's a lot of money.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why he did not come here. He wanted his money, man. Like,
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that was probably tough for Dan Morgan to swallow.
Yeah. And so the Dolphins also are going to get $6.75 million cap hit over the next 3 seasons, plus a $5 million hit in 2028. So it saves them nearly $10 million in 2025, $18 million in 2026, and $20.1 million in 2027, $30 million in 2028, and $12 million in 2029. So they saved a bunch of cash over the course of this deal. But and Ramsey, I'm seeing all the buzz that he's going to be playing safety now, and with the Steelers. So it's going to be interesting to watch, man. I think the Steelers, they're all in, bro. And some of these moves,
Rodgers want to win another chip. I mean, this is his last stand. I don't think it's gonna happen, but this is his last stand. It's the division, bro. That's the problem. It's the conference, really. When you think about the AFC, bro, you gotta, besides the division, when you gotta go through Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, you gotta deal with Mahomes. You gotta deal with a rising Denver team, the Chargers, like the Bills, like
it's gonna be tough.
Dog.
It's tough sledding, bro.
Houston, bruh.
But this just don't seem like the Steelers, bro.
I mean, I think they're just trying to go for it all. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going for it all. You don't sign Aaron Rodgers if you ain't trying to win a championship, bro. Like the Jets thought they had a chance to win a championship. Like, I mean, that's the truth. And I ain't saying they're gonna. I'm just telling you that you don't
uncharacteristic.
Listen.
That's what I'm saying. It's all uncharacteristic.
But my point is, you could have drafted your quarterback of the future. You could have drafted your quarterback of the future in this draft, and you opted to go get
that guy.
Rodgers.
They didn't see that guy in the draft.
From the reports that I've heard, they actually thought that Shador had a really good interview, and they liked him.
Well, why didn't they take him? They had several opportunities.
Because it was obvious that they were going to get Rodgers, and Rodgers wasn't going to be interested in that.
Again, uncharacteristic. Because worst case scenario, if I'm the Steelers, I'm at least taking him so that I can develop him and he can play behind Rodgers. Like that's.
But Rodgers probably. But the point is, Rodgers probably wouldn't have gone there if you took him. I know Steelers fans
he's
right now.
He's on a 1-year deal, bro. Like what? I mean, what are you expecting? That just doesn't make that doesn't make sense.
Look, I've talked to some of the Steelers fan base. There's some that are not happy that they passed Shador and drafted Rodgers.
Yeah, uncharacteristic, bro.
Yeah, but they don't really draft quarterbacks that high. They really don't historically.
They may not, but they also don't.
The last one was Big Ben, right?
They also don't sign free agent quarterbacks either.
Well, they just did it recently. They did it with Russ.
It was a fail. That's what I'm saying. Uncharacteristic. It's fail. It's a failure. Bro, you have a failure on your hands.
Yeah.
It's they're getting out of character. That's all I'm saying.
So someday we got to have a conversation about Justin Fields. Someday we got to have that conversation about Justin Fields. Someday. Someday we got to have that conversation. Yeah. I know. Someday maybe we do like a PNP confidential and have a conversation about Justin Fields.
Because of my my draft reaction, I guess we do owe it.
Yeah, we got to
have that conversation.
Yeah. At some point we got to have that conversation, man.
For sure. All right, that's enough Steelers talk. That's enough Dolphins talk. We'll keep it moving, but yeah, interesting stuff with the Steelers, man.
It does nothing for the Dolphins, by the way. It does nothing for the Dolphins. It does nothing for Miami.
All right, Dave. So we do owe Ja'Tavion Sanders a little bit of an apology.
Absolutely.
Because we listen, I'm all about correcting the wrongs. You know what I mean? We got to right the ship. We got up here and we kind of slandered Ja'Tavion for not attending TEU. Now, it's not our fault entirely because they released the graphics and his face was not on the list. So we didn't see him. However, I did see later that day, I think that night, I saw that he posted that he was in Nashville. And so he was, in fact, at TEU. And so much so that the Panthers posted a video of him at TEU. So we have to right our wrongs. We must send an apology out to Ja'Tavion Sanders because he was, in fact, at Tight End University with the rest of our tight ends. They were all there. And so salute to Ja'Tavion for going because we were all a bit disappointed in the fact that we didn't see his name on that list. And I'm not sure why he was left off, why his graphic wasn't up there. Maybe he just didn't have time to take the picture or whatever the case may be. But who cares? He was there, and that's all that matters. Yeah, I mean, so shout out to Ja'Tavion. We had to right that wrong. You know what I mean? So anything you want to add to Ja'Tavion Sanders actually attending TEU, Dave?
I'm glad he was there, and I'm happy that he was there. And we apologize to him for not realizing that the graphic was incorrect. You know,
well, it's not our fault. I mean,
it's not our fault, but
Dave.
Still, like
they put the graphic out there. We only reacted to what was put out there.
No, I feel you, and you know what I'm saying. I've in the past I've had to apologize for things that wasn't my fault, so I'm going to own it. We're going to own it as a podcast. You know, maybe we could have dug a little bit more, but I'm happy that he made it there because I think it was big for him to be there.
He did make it. He was there. He did participate. So salute to Ja'Tavion Sanders, man.
Somebody said Darren Waller needed to be there.
Yeah, shout out to Darren Waller. He
came out of retirement. Yep.
Yeah, he came out of retirement and said, "Hey, look, bro, I'm only gonna unretire for one team, and that's Miami." It makes sense because that is a tax-free state. All right, so if I'm making one last hurrah, let me go to a state that has no taxes, get my last little bag, and call it a day. I think there was a little pick exchange in addition to that, and salute to Waller. Is he washed? Maybe, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm just making it. I don't know
You
if he's
went
washed or
immediately
not.
to is he washed?
Bro, you retired, bro. Like I don't know. I mean, why did you retire? I mean,
Because he wanted to have a rap career.
well,
I
did
kid
that
you
work
not.
out for him? I know.
Obviously
I saw
not.
the bars. I saw the bars.
I didn't see the bars.
I saw the bars.
I'm glad you saw the bars. I didn't see the bars.
Yeah, you
I
missing
stay
it.
away from pro athletes being rappers. It doesn't work out too well for most of them. There was only one good one when you sit down and think about it, and that was probably AI. AI was probably the best one out of the bunch.
So
Maybe
you ain't
Shaq.
giving. Yeah, I would say you ain't giving Shaq no love.
But Shaq had writers. So, Shaq had writers. Shaq had
Hey, look.
Big. Shaq had Black Thought. Shaq had writers. So, of course, he had bars.
Nah, Dame's solid though. Don't
Yeah,
hate
Dame.
him.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Dame Lillard. Sorry. That's what happened with the Bucks. It's very. I forgot about him. My bad. Yeah. Dame could rap. Dame could go. Dame absolutely can go.
But anyway, shout out to Tavion. Shout out to all the tight ends at TU. Hope you all had a blast out in Nashville. And shout out to Greg.
I can't wait. I'm going to Nashville for the
Panther legends.
I'm going to
Nashville's
Nashville
great.
in August. Yeah, I can't wait to go.
Nashville's
I'm going for
great.
A&T, Tennessee State. I can't wait to go, man.
Ooh, I might need to meet you out there, Dave.
Huh?
When is
Pull
it?
up.
When is it?
August 20. The weekend, August 28th. Yeah, it's tough, bro. Like the week before that, I got to move my daughter into college, so because she got into this leadership program, so I'm moving her in a couple. Yeah. She gets to move in 5 days early, but then I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up to Nashville. I think they try to do some events too. I'm waiting to hear all the details on that. But nah, A&T gonna be out there, man. Can't wait because that might be that's very possible to be the only win of the season, bro.
Nash Vegas is lit, so it's a good time. Don't lose yourself out there, Dave.
Oh no, I've been out to Nashville before. Oh, I've been out to Nashville before. Oh no, I got it.
Time.
Oh, I know.
Shout out to Rice. Said Roy Jones Jr. got the best athlete rap song. Y'all must have forgot, Dave. Don't forget about Roy Jones.
Listen, man.
Hey,
come on, bro. Look, man, y'all gonna start be talking about Deion Sanders, talking about it must be the money too.
Yeah, for real.
Must be the money.
Shout out to Roy Jones.
Shout out to Roy Jones.
That was fire though. Don't.
It was. It was. But like when you sit down and look at all these athletic rappers, which ones can actually go through can get a whole album done? Like we've seen Shaq do it, but I told you Shaq got it.
We asking for too much now. You asking a whole album.
No. Like Waller retired to bar up. Like what are we talking about here?
No, we not doing that. That's too much. It's too much.
We out here in these streets, acting foolish, trying to get these guys to do all these things, and you out here slandering the situation at hand.
Nah, man. But salute out to all the rappers. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, Dave. So, word on the street is that listen, we still trying to put the final touches to this roster. And everybody knows that safety help is and could be on the way. And so we had Darren Gant put out an article in his Ask the Old Guy segment, which is a regular mailbag series. Somebody asked him about the secondary and possible addition to that said secondary. And Gant throws out a couple interesting names, some names which we talked about on the show. But the excerpt goes as follows. If they're going to be out shopping for more help, the good news, there are multiple qualified guys at the spot they're thinnest at, which is safety. Guys included Julian Blackman, who visited in March, known commodity Justin Simmons, who's an all-pro in Denver for Evero, and several more are sitting out there on the market. They spent the spring looking at younger options, but couldn't stand, but could stand to be more experienced and deeper. So, obviously Blackman, we met with Blackman. He's 26 years old. Justin Simmons a little bit older. But Dave, what are your thoughts on bringing in either one of these guys and letting Damani Richardson serve as depth?
I'm open to either one coming. I'll probably prefer Blackman because he's younger. But I'm fine with it. But I trust Damani too. Like if they can't get one of these guys, I trust Damani too. So I'm just trying to temper my expectations for this situation right now because everybody was asking for all these other corners and they ended up in other teams. So I'm just tempering my expectations when it comes to this.
Yeah. So, Julian Blackman is very solid. He has a 69.3 grade. I think that grade would be one of the higher grades on if he were to slide into our defense, he would have a solid grade. Pass rush grade is solid. Run defense is mid, but it's okay. Coverage grade is very good. 23rd out of the bunch, out of all the 171 safeties graded. So this is good. I mean, this is solid. I wouldn't mind taking a flyer on Julian Blackman. It just depends on that cost, right? Because again, we have to start thinking about those big deals coming down the pipe, i.e., Bryce Young. We got to start thinking about this stuff. So
the $50 million quarterback.
Yep. Blackman, shout out to Mark. He says Blackman's injury prone. I'm not aware of his history like that, but I'm okay with this because listen, at the end of the day, even if he does get hurt, that's why you got to have solid depth. And I think worst case scenario, Damani is solid depth. Damani has starting reps. He played very well for us last year. So worst case scenario, you go back to Damani, and I think we're still going to be solid. You know what I mean? So, and with Simmons, bro, I think Simmons. Listen, his best days were under Evero. I think we can re-spark some of that. We don't know what he was asked to do in Atlanta. I mean, yes. It wasn't better. It wasn't better than what he was playing with in Denver. But when you get pulled out of that system and are asked to do different things, you're not going to play as well. So maybe getting him back into that system is going to be the thing that sparks his career off again. We don't know, but at the same time, he's older too, right? So we'll see. We'll see. I wouldn't mind getting another safety in the building again because at the end of the day, it's depth. When we need that depth, you can't just have solid guys as starters. You got to have some solid depth, and bringing one of these guys in, even if they were to be the depth piece and allow Damani to be the starter, that's all great. That's all good things.
No, I agree. I don't think I don't think there'll be depth pieces we sign. They'll be starters. Whoever we sign is starters.
Shout out to Akash. He said exactly what I just mentioned. Damani can start. Have Justin Simmons be behind him, spell him a mentor. That way, Nick Scott come off the damn team. Look, shout out to Nick Scott, man. The Nick Scott slander was unnecessary, Cash, but I get your point. I get it, and trust me, low key, I'm with you a little bit. But that was like I said, unnecessary.
No, it was obviously necessary. Otherwise, he wouldn't have done the super chat.
You have to go there.
He took it there. Dang, man, y'all are man.
So, Chris says, little fact checks here. Shout out to the PNP research team. According to Draft Sharks, Blackman has only missed one game. Is this facts? PNP research team. What is this injury history that we speak of? Does Julian Blackman have an injury history or not? Like what are we talking about? Let's get the facts on the table. What is this injury history we speak of? We want to make sure the facts are on the table. You know what I mean?
I'm fine with either one though. If we can get either one. Like I think it's clear that the team sees a need. So it'd be nice if we can try to fill said need. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. I mean, like, look, man, like you guys gotta have somebody asks about why are we so confident about Damani. I'm like, you guys gotta have some patience with these guys and let these guys develop. And he played well.
Yeah, so that asking me that is like asking me why I'm so confident in Coker, right? To me, they're the same guy. Like Damani Richardson is the Coker of the defense, a guy that was undrafted, was not supposed to make the team. He wasn't supposed to contribute, but when he got the opportunities, he did, and he just scratched the surface, right? Allow him to actually develop, and you may have something in Damani. He could be an actual guy, a solid contributor. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm confident because we saw what he could do. Are we 100% certain that he's going to be great? No, but we won't know unless he gets the reps. So allow him to get out there and cook. You know what I mean?
But we don't like giving opportunities. So,
Okay, so going back to the Julian Blackman fact checking. Shout out to the PNP research team. He's torn his Achilles before and ACL. Oof.
Yeah, that's yikes, man. That's a yiker.
And he said 44 Rose said he has definitely missed more than one game. LOL.
I mean, so that means Marcus was accurate.
Shout out to the PNP research team. We on it today. We on it today.
We have to be on it today because, man.
Yeah. So it looks like he I'm looking at the amount of snaps he played in. Let me see. Let me just go. So he played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He played in 16 games this past season. He played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 games in 2023. He played in 15 games in 2022. So he ain't missing many. So 2021 is the season he probably missed some games. He played in 6 games in 2021. So that may be the season he was dealing with the injuries. And then 2020 he played in quite a bit of games. So he's done okay. I wouldn't say that it's been too crazy. Achilles tendon. Okay.
Achilles tendon. Yeah. Achilles
That's
tendon.
different.
That's a little bit different than torn Achilles.
It's a little different. But yeah, so not bad. I would take that. You know what I mean? Guys are not going to be 100% healthy at the end of the day. So I wouldn't. That to me, that doesn't scream injury prone or injury. I don't know. That doesn't seem like I should be scared of him being injured. Like I would be willing to sign Julian Blackmon. And injury wouldn't be the reason I wouldn't sign him.
I mean, maybe you can get him at a cheaper rate, but I wouldn't be too concerned.
But his injuries, you talking about 2021, bro? That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So like,
and injuries are part of the game, man.
Yeah, people get hurt, bro, and that's why you need solid depth. But again, it looks like the Panthers are still trying to fill that gap, and it looks like we're still in the market. And I think we've talked to both of these guys. I'm assuming at this point it's just a matter of neither one of them wants to subject themselves to any OTAs or anything like that
in training camp. They'll probably show up at training camp.
So they're gonna probably get signed right before training camp, so that way they less wear and tear on the body. So this is normal. I don't see anything wrong with this from either guy, especially with Justin Simmons, because he knows the system, right? He can take that time if he decides to come here.
Yeah, he can walk right on in.
Yeah, he'll be able to walk right in, get the terminology, and be ready to go. So I have no concerns at all. Hopefully we get one of them. Yes, Clowney's still unsigned for sure. Clowney is still unsigned. He's going to be another one of those guys that he ain't going to want to participate in OTAs, none of that. He's probably going to sign at the end of training camp. Now, he probably only want to do training camps. So I'm just being honest. Just being honest.
Yeah. So he's probably going to hold off until the 11th hour before he signs the deal.
Yeah. All these guys are probably going to hold off. Yep, all these guys are probably going to hold on in. We still got quite a few guys that are unsigned. I saw a list floating. Let me see if I can find that list of unsigned guys. Give me 1 second. I don't have it. Nope. Can't find it quick.
I mean, not shocked. I mean, good. They're a little bit more seasoned, and I'm not shocked by the fact that they're not signed yet.
Oh, here we go. I found it. List the guys that are not who remain unsigned. You got Mike Boone, Devin Tompkins, Stephon Sullivan, friend of the show, Deshaun Williams, Jadeveon Clowney, Cam Gill, Chandler Wooten, Caleb Farley, and Eddie Pinheiro are the guys that are unsigned from the Carolina Panthers. I was looking at the list of guys who got signed from our squad. I forgot Xavier Woods got signed by Tennessee. I also forgot Dane Jackson re-signed back with the Buffalo Bills. I also forgot that Felipe Franks and Jordan Fuller both signed with the Falcons. Did not know. I did not remember seeing that. Yeah, they are elite ops at this point. You don't go sign with the most hated division rival. That's whack. So they're definitely ops. And I like Felipe too, man. He was a solid special teams guy. Sam Franklin with Denver. Forgot about that one too. So yeah, those are guys.
There's a lot of folks that got signed. But good luck to all of them.
Yeah, so shout out to the Panthers. They do have another blueprint video coming out, and I got news for you. We ain't in this one. I have not received any heads up that we're gonna be at this one. So I hope they do include other creators though. But I can tell you that I did not get the word that we are gonna be in it. So we could be. It may be a surprise, but nobody's reached out this time. So hopefully we get a but we will watch it for sure. We'll watch it. I like it. Keep those blueprint videos coming. That's what
they always do, man. That's our hard knocks.
Like our hard knocks. So I like it. I like it for sure. All right, Deontay. So real quick, we can spend a quick second on this. We gotta talk about Deontay for a second, Dave.
No,
I can't remember if we spoke about this on the last show. I think it happened shortly after the show last week. But your man's is wilding. Getting interviewed and talking about why he didn't want to go out for a game and his legs were cold. And to me, bro, I'm surprised he is even getting signed. I'm surprised the Browns even signed him, bro. Like this man's he blew an elite opportunity with the Carolina Panthers, right? And it just went downhill from there. And he goes on. He did mention us in the interview. He did say, "Oh, I like Canales, and I'll pick up the phone if Canales calls and blah 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 blah." He did give us good reviews. You know what I mean? But this dude, bro, has to have there has to be a 30 for 30 that comes out about the way he fumbled this.
What if I told you
right?
A potential elite wide receiver goes down bad to the point where he has to go to one of the worst teams in the NFL?
Right.
ESPN presents.
After leaving a team that was going to give him one of the best opportunities to get the bag, and left us because we were bad, because we were losing. Then in turn goes to another bad team.
But he went to a really good team. Went to the Ravens.
Yeah, you went to one of the best teams. You position yourself to you put yourself in great positions to be successful, but fumbled your way out of all of them.
That man played for 3 out of the 4 teams in the AFC North.
Bro, it's awful, man.
The only team he ain't played for yet is Cincinnati.
Yeah, it's awful.
Played for the other ones. That is wild.
It's awful.
God, that might be the worst bag drop ever, bro.
Yo, it's terrible, bro. You were getting opportunities with the Panthers. You were cooking with the Panthers. And I know Bryce wasn't the great. I get it. I understand that. Like, you want to get your opportunity because you thought that, you were about to set yourself up to get a bag, and you thought that Bryce not playing well was going to suffer.
That's a good point. This right here, good point. That's a good point. How you going to say you can't play in the cold after playing in Pittsburgh? Good point.
Right.
Good point. I mean,
exactly. Well, he did acclimate to the Carolina Heat, so maybe. You know what I mean?
Nah, dog. Don't defend this.
He did acclimate. You know what I mean? He acclimated to the Carolina Heat, the humidity. So then he got shipped around all over the league, ended back up, and he just wasn't ready. He didn't get a chance to prepare for the winters again. That's all. So this man, your man's is wild. I hope he can reclaim his career with the Cleveland Browns, because ultimately I believe this is his last stop. I think it's over. After this, it's over for him, bro. It's over. It's over, man. So I have no idea. It's everybody else's fault, Dave. It's everybody else's fault but his. No accountability. You know what I mean? Man. Like, just man up, bro. It's cool. It's cool. What's the record for playing for the most teams in one season? Because he has to have it.
I don't know, man. There's probably somebody that played for like 5 teams in
one season,
3 or 4 teams in one season. It's possible. Now you're gonna have me looking it up. See, you got me wondering.
I need to know who has the record for playing for the most teams and being active on a roster, not just floating around on a practice squad, But being active on a roster, who has the most in one season? He got to be at the top.
It's 4. The NFL record for playing for the most teams in a single season is 4. This has been achieved by several players, including Josh Johnson, who played for the 49ers, Broncos, Bills, and Browns in 2018. Other players who have played for 4 teams in a single season includes Earl Watford, Josh McCown, and others. Terrell Pryor, he did the team, Jets, Bills, and Jags. So yeah, 4. He ain't hit 4.
He did, didn't he? He didn't hit 4? No, he did. He had the 3. Panthers. He went to Houston, and then he went to Baltimore.
Yep.
But we're not gonna count the Steelers because that happened prior.
Yeah. In 1 year, in one season.
He got 3. My bad. I conflated a couple seasons, bro. My bad.
These quarterbacks was out here moving though, bro. Like I'm looking at this. These quarterbacks are moving.
Emergency. You gotta have quarterback, bro. You gotta have quarterbacks. But ultimately, the moral of the story is, bro, you had it made here in Carolina. If you would have just been patient, allowed Bryce to cook and grow, you would have been solid. You would have been on solid footing, and you could have been wide receiver 1. You could have saved us a draft pick, right? You could have been the guy around these parts, but you sold, and you basically destroy your career, in my opinion. We'll see if he's able to kind of turn it around. I hope he does, man. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he's able to turn it around, but I just don't see it. So, but anyway, let's keep this thing moving. Okay. And listen, low key, I didn't even want to bring this up, honestly.
I don't know. Yo, when I saw the title, I'm gonna be transparent to you. I'm gonna be transparent with you guys. When I saw the title for the show tonight, I had no idea, and I still don't know what the hell this title got to do with anything. Because I've been so busy today. So I have no idea what this is about.
I got you. I didn't want to bring this up, but I saw it floating in multiple news outlets, and it's from a reputable, it's an NFL insider, quote unquote insider. This is from Florio, right? So
he's a pretty good insider though. He's a pretty good insider though.
So this is what Florio says about Canales, and if this is all hypothetical, right? If this season goes awry and it's a bad season, which I didn't even want to put this juju out there, and I didn't want to bring this negative, because I think everything is so positive for the Panthers right now. I didn't want to talk about it, but I did want to bring up the hypothetical, right? It's all hypothetical. It's a slow news cycle right now, and so let me read you what Florio says about the situation. This is the quote. It starts here. There's a glass half full vibe around the Panthers, given that they finished relatively strong in 2024 after a disastrous start. If that comes to fruition for the 2025 Panthers, all will be well. Okay? If they finish and they continue, things are going to be great. However, if the wheels fall off, it could spell doom for Canales, who enters his second season on the job. The key becomes owner David Tepper, who we haven't heard from in a long time. I'm going off the quote now. This is me talking. We haven't heard from Tep in a long time. We like it that way. He's done a great job. Salute to Tep. Tep, we rocking with you right now. Back to the quote. Will the hard-charging, results-demanding, drink-throwing at least once owner tolerate, say, a 4-13 finish? It won't be easy for Canales if that happens, mainly because the guy who signs the check and who issues the pink slips. Dave, what say you?
He's safe. And I like Mike Florio too. He's safe. He ain't got nothing to worry about, man. He, I don't think, like, the only way I could see them moving on from Canales after this season is that he would have to have a terrible record, and it has to show and they have to see that he's lost the team. I think that's the only scenario. But overall, I don't see it happening. I think Canales is so well respected around the league. I think unless he loses the team and it's bad, I don't see nothing happening. Even then, I don't even think it's going to happen, to be honest with you. I think Canales is safe. I mean, because in that case, then you're going to have to start having other questions. because then it wouldn't just be Canales that have to go.
Right.
Keep it a buck.
It would
Like,
be a cleared house situation.
It would be a cleaning house situation.
But Dave, speak to the point directly, right? So what you're saying to me is that he is safe no matter what.
Yes.
So 4-13 season, Canales is safe.
If he goes 4-13 and the team still respects the hell out of him and they're still following him and they see some level of progression, he's fine.
All of which I don't think is going to happen, right? I
don't think it's going to happen either. I just want to just lay it out there. Like if it's Frank Reich like, then no, he wouldn't be fine. If it's Matt Rule like, no, he wouldn't be fine. But I don't think Canales is that type of coach. You know what I'm saying? Even Ron Rivera, when the Tides were down, they never like quit on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they respected the hell out of him. So like, I think Canales is the type of coach where I don't think that's going to happen. Because they had every reason to do something about it last year when they made a decision to bench Bryce and bring Dalton in and then bring Bryce back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Canales is in that type of cloth.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't even want to talk about this. I didn't even want to bring this energy because I think all the energy around Panther Nation and the Panthers right now, the vibes are completely up, and because it was such a respected Florio, you know, I wanted to at least discuss it, right? I think we at least we got to talk about these topics. It is slow, right? So we have to talk about something, and so I felt like we owed the conversation and the hypothetical. We had to talk the hypothetical. If it were to happen, what do we think is going to happen to Canales? I think Canales, I don't see under any circumstances we have a 4-something season. Like, that's not going to happen. This team has way more talent than what we've had in the past. Canales is a way better coach. Tepper's actually in the right space, right? He's doing the right things. I think we're going to be fine, and I don't anticipate that happening at all. So I think we're going to be good. So Florio, I get it. You gotta say something. Maybe the chat is saying he don't like Tep like that. Okay, cool. But
no. There's clear. But I think Mike Florio is he's very critical with the owners of the league. Mm-hmm. And it's a delicate balance when it comes to that. And when Tepper had his situations in the past, it's an easy ball to throw at. You know, it's an easy target to throw at. I think Mike does really good work. He was involved in finding even though Pablo Torre found the paperwork about the whole collusion stuff, those are the type of stories that he likes to attack because, you know, he used to be a lawyer. So, that's his lane. But yeah, he ain't a fan of he's pro player when it comes to that type of stuff. So, yeah, you know, but now he does poke at Tepper. He does poke at Tepper a lot. He does. There's no question about it.
Agreed. Okay. All right. Let's keep it moving. That with the negative energy is done here. All right. Patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. If you want to become a Patreon member, you want to be like Akash, who is going to, I believe, the Tampa Bay Bucks game with your boy.
The lowly Bucks.
He selected the Tampa Bay Bucks game, so he's gonna be rocking with your boy at the Bucks game. We gonna be lit. It's gonna be fun. He is a MVP level member. He signed up. He's rocking with us. It's been a long time, MVP level member. So we appreciate that support. We appreciate all our MVP level members. We have many more games to give away. So that was just one of them. I anticipate us having another giveaway next week. We got a lot of tickets to give away, and we'll be giving them all away before the season starts. So you have time to become a Patreon member. If you want to join, patreon.com/Panther Nation PC and become an MVP level Patreon member to get access to the giveaway, which is a Silver Club level ticket to sit next to me and watch a Panthers game in the best section in the stadium. It's lit. It's lit. Drinks flowing. Vibes are up. Concessions are lit. It's a good time. So pull up with your boy. Shout out to the franchise folks. We appreciate y'all as well. And we also appreciate our good free agents. Again, all contributions are appreciated. All contributions help this channel continue to grow. And it helps us out a lot so that we don't have to, come out our pockets financially to fund this channel. Because, again, we do have expenses. and it's greatly. It's a well-oiled machine right now. So we appreciate y'all support. All right, Dave, underdog.
All right, I didn't even tell y'all guys, man. We just resigned for Underdog for another year.
You said it last week because I found out last week we resigned with Underdog.
Oh, that is right. I'll be losing track. Look, this is what happened. My closet collapsed last week, man. So don't like it's been a whirlwind. So guys, make sure you guys go to underdogfantasy.com and use the promo code PNP when you do. You can still do the best ball draft right now prior to the NFL season. Even though the NBA season is over, you still got baseball going on. They do esports, they do golf, they pretty much do it all. Higher lowers, they do drafts, the whole nine. So make sure you go to underdogfantasy.com and use the promo code PNP when you do. There ain't too many places where you can win 1,000 times your money. Shout out to Underdog.
Shout out to Underdog Fantasy, man. Shout out to them. All right, let's keep it moving, Dave. Okay. Shout out to Marcus. He says, what are my thoughts on the Hornets draft? Well, I'm a happy camper. It's mad Duke players. Shout out to Con Knueppel, Sion James, and they just got Mason Plumlee back. So we got 3 Duke players on the squad. I'm cool. I mean, I like to see some dubs, though. Do I think that draft's going to equate to dubs?
Nah.
No. I don't know. I don't know. I don't watch enough Hornets basketball.
But you know what the wild thing of it all is? Truth be told, like if you're gonna draft players from North Carolina, Duke's the place to do it. Based on the way the pros have been going, because as of late, UNC ain't really been pushing out pros like that, like they used to.
Hey, I'm an NBA casual, bro. So forgive me. I don't know. Are we gonna be competitive or not?
I mean, the only reason why,
let me know. Somebody let
the
me know.
only reason why you're gonna be competitive is because all them freaking torn Achilles that's been happening in the playoffs. That might be the only reason why y'all might be competitive, because Tatum's out for the year, Halliburton's out for the year, and they just pretty much gutted Indiana. So Dame's out for the year, but he's not on the Bucks no more. Like, y'all gonna be y'all might be competitive by default.
Are we going to the playoffs? That's all I care about.
Maybe to play in.
Hey, I'm cool with that. As long as we playing.
Play in. You are playing.
Are we playing? Are we playing? I'm cool with that.
Y'all are definitely be playing.
All right, so let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, because I'm a casual when it comes to NBA. I'm a casual, bro. So I can't help you. I do like the guy. Sion James is solid, good defender. He reminds me a lot of the kid that's number 5 on OKC. I don't know his name, but my man was a very good defender. That's what Sion James is. Very solid defender, can contribute, can score you some points in a pinch, but more of a defensive guy, and he's built like a tank. Shout out to Sion James. But anyway, Lou Dort. Yeah, there you go. Dort. That's who Sion James remind me of. Yeah, that's who Sion James remind me of. He's built just like Dort. Built like a damn tight end. But anyway. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so again, it's a slow news cycle. So shout out to Panthers Wire again, because they keep dropping bangers, and I happen to see the stuff on Tuesday, and it just happens to be when I'm searching for content to talk about on the show, and they dropped an all quarter century Carolina Panthers team. So that's going back to what, 2020, Dave, right? So going back to 2020,
95 to 20.
Yep. So going back to them, they have built a roster consisting of the best Carolina Panthers players. So 53-man rosters, right? So
this will be fun.
This is something that they put together. I'm gonna put up what they put together, and we'll react to it. We'll go position by position. Okay, so position by position.
Let's go.
All right, so here we go. Quarterbacks. Cameron Jarrell and Jake Delhomme. Dave, do you have any gripes with this?
No. I mean, I want to give a special shout out to Steve Berline, who still has the franchise record for the most yards thrown in a season in 1999. But if you're only going to keep 2, these are the 2 you keep. If you had 3, Berline would be here.
Hey, look, man. If Bryce give me a solid season this year, I'm throwing Bryce in there, bro.
You're tripping, but moving on.
I'm throwing Bryce in there, bro.
You're tripping. Not yet.
I'm throwing Bryce.
These guys did something that Bryce hasn't achieved yet, and he has time to do it. You know what that is?
Step.
lead their team to a Super Bowl. One has an MVP. So, not yet. All due respect, not yet. Oh, if it's 2000 to 2025, then that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's fine. Carry on. That means Sam Mills ain't in here.
Sam Mills is not in here. He's not.
Sam Mills will be all right. So that's the case. This makes sense. That means Berline would be out. So this is fine. Matter of fact, these are the only two you can put there. If you want to be,
I could put Bryce in there.
Nah, dog. Nope. These the only. Nope. These the only two you can put there.
Too soon.
Like, can you name any other quarterbacks between 2000 and 2025 that had a winning record?
No. Shout out to Matt Moore though, man. Give Matt Moore some love.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but no. You cannot.
No Kyle Allen love.
No Kyle Allen. No Jimmy Clausen.
Heineke,
no St. Pierre. None of them cats. No Rodney Pete.
Shout out to Rodney Pete, man.
Shout out to Rodney Pete though, but no.
All right, let's keep it moving.
I'm just naming quarterbacks that didn't have winning records. Because if it wasn't for Clausen, we wouldn't get Cam. So there's that.
Let's keep it moving. We'll get off the quarterbacks. Running backs.
This is easy. We're done here. No discussion needed. These are the three.
I disagree.
You're nuts. Who are you taking off? Nope. And who are you putting on there? Like, what are you doing?
I cannot. I have to remain consistent. And I will not be having Christian McCaffrey.
Dog, you gotta keep him there. I understand how you feel. I understand. I understand. That man got traded, but I understand. Like, I understand why you want to fit. You gotta put him in there. Maybe you could have flipped it and put. But you could probably say it's in alphabetical order. Maybe you put Stewart in front, but you gotta have one of the three.
Give me Stephen Davis or Deshaun Foster.
Davis. You could put them in there. Yeah, all right.
Give me either or.
All right.
I'm not putting Christian McCaffrey in there, bro. I'm sorry.
That's fair. I'm
sorry, bro. Is he eligible before we say that? Is Stephen Davis eligible?
Yes, he showed up. He was on the Super Bowl year.
Yeah, sir.
He was, right. Yeah. So he's eligible. And the Foster is eligible.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't do it.
Fair enough.
McCaffrey,
fair
enough.
You gotta go. When you say it that way, that's fair.
You got to go, Christian McCaffrey, at least until you're done. When you're done playing, then we'll throw you back into the all-time list. So for now, nah.
Because he's got a couple of records. That's why he's there. I mean, he's first got to get 1,000. So that's why he's there.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why you don't want him there, but that's why he's there. But I wouldn't be mad if you put Stephen Davis or Deshaun Foster there. I probably put Foster over Davis, truth be told, but that's a whole different
shout out to the folks in the chat that's rocking with your boy. Listen, we not doing that, bro. We're not gonna get this man no love on our all-decade squad while he's suited up for another team.
That we're gonna have to play on Monday Night Football this year.
For me, that we're going against exactly. So for me, I'm taking off Christian McCaffrey and I'm putting in Stephen Davis. With the way this is set up, I'll probably put in Deshaun Foster.
Oh yeah, I'll probably put Foster in.
Yeah, because Stewart, you got Stewart, D. Will. Give me the change of pace and give me Deshaun. Little different. But all right, that is the running backs. I don't care if we trade them. It doesn't matter. Fullback, Mike Tolbert.
What about Brad Hoover? I would probably put Hoover over Tolbert, truth be told. I know Tolbert's had more accolades, but I'll probably put Brad Hoover over Tolbert.
Yeah, because Hoover was in the Super Bowl too, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm going Hoover here, bro.
I'm putting Hoover here.
I'm going Hoover here, bro.
Let me be clear. All due respect to Mike Tolbert, but I'm putting Hoover here. Sorry. But I understand why, because I don't think has Hoover ever made a Pro Bowl. Tolbert been to a few.
Tolbert did make a Pro Bowl or two.
Yeah, he did to a couple.
Brad Hoover never. I don't think he ever made a Pro Bowl.
No, he never made a Pro Bowl.
Shout out to Brad Hoover, man. I love to talk to him.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Hoover's
dope.
That's just a preference thing for me. I'd rather have Hoover.
Give me Hoover too, man. Give me Hoover over Mike Tolbert, respectfully. And I think Hoover's more of a traditional
Yeah, he's a
fullback.
Remember, people got to remember he converted. Like Tolbert when he first came to the league was a pure running back.
Tolbert is a running back and got more running back reps, but kind of because he was positioned as a fullback, he got the Pro Bowls, but he was putting up running back numbers. You know what I mean? It's interesting. So I don't know.
Yeah,
but shout out to Tolbert though, man. Like I respect it. I certainly respect the grind. But give me Brad Hoover, bro.
All right.
And Hoover had a longer stint too.
He did
9 years. 9 years with the Panthers, bro. So give me Brad Hoover. All right, let's keep moving to the wide receivers.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, wide receivers. So Steve Smith Sr. Again, this is not the list I put together. This is the list from the Panthers Wire. Shout out to Panthers Wire. Steve Smith Sr., Muhsin Muhammad, DJ Moore, Ted Ginn Jr., Adam Thielen, and Dave.
No way.
Kelvin Benjamin.
No way.
Put some respect on Kelvin Benjamin's name.
No way.
Who are you putting over KB?
I'll find somebody.
Who are you putting? No, give me who are you putting over KB? I know it's gonna be a lot of KB. There's gonna be a lot of KB haters in the chat. Who are you putting in over KB?
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find somebody. Hold on.
You not. Yo.
Oh, I will.
You're not gonna find somebody that had 1,000 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns as a rookie, then followed that up with 941 yards and 7 touchdowns after that. You know what I mean? In 2016. That's the year after he coming off injury. You're not gonna find nobody, bro.
I'm gonna find somebody. I'm finding them right now.
KB was him, bro. For that little stint, he was solid. Then he had one too many Bojangles biscuits, and it was a wrap.
Why not Robbie Anderson?
No.
You wouldn't put. What about Curtis Samuel?
No.
What if I told you? Okay, see, I was about to say what if I told you, but then it got shot to the ground. He has to stay there. It's very unfortunate.
Exactly.
He has. I'll tell you this. He has. Matter of fact, I can share this real fast. He has more yards. He has about 39 more yards than Brandon LaFell.
Who does?
KB? Kelvin Benjamin. Let me see. Can I present real fast? Let me see. I want to pull it up real quick. I want y'all to see this. It's going to look terrible, but can y'all see this? Here's our all-time stats for wide receivers. This is all time. So this is the top 15. Can y'all see this?
No. Small.
It's too small. Even now? That ain't too small. I can see it.
It's small, bro. I can't see that, bro. We can't see that.
You were blind as a bat. Hold on.
It's better now. Now I can see it.
All right. So there you go. So there's your top 11, folks. Devin Funches, right? Like I knew better not.
I rest my case.
Yeah. You kind of have to put him there. It's very unfortunate.
I rest my case.
It's very unfortunate, but yes, you have to put him there. It's very unfortunate. Very, 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 very unfortunate. He has no choice. He has to be there.
Thielen. So we good on Thielen there? And Ginn?
If I go back to the numbers, you could probably argue taking Thielen off, believe it or not, and put like a Brandon LaFell or a Curtis Samuel or a Devin Funches there ahead of him. No. Those are your options, bro. Like Ted Ginn has less yards.
Don't ever repeat that again. LaFell? No.
Bro, look. I will bring this back up for you for the culture. I will bring this back up. I don't
want to. You don't got to bring it back up. But no, we're not putting LaFell back. No. No.
No, I mean, if you look at the top 15, man, like, I mean, based on that time frame, I mean, Ted Ginn's
bro, they had more yards than Ted Ginn.
Yeah, KB did. Oh yeah, LaFell, but Ted Ginn only played 47 games. LaFell played 60. Funches played 61. Samuel played 53. Ginn's played less games. To be fair, but Smitty, Moose, DJ, that all tracks. Kelvin, I mean, yeah. You put Thielen based on what he's done the last two seasons. You got to have Ted Ginn there. I mean, when you consider the Super Bowl year, You gotta have Ted getting there. Like,
Shout out to Carl. He's right.
That's
DJ
true.
got to go.
But now you got to put Brandon LaFell there. No, you got to put Brandon LaFell there. I don't think you're going to do that.
I'm not putting LaFell there. I'm finding somebody else.
So you're putting. Do you want? You know what? Let me help you out because I want you to look because you need to understand. And by the way, this reminds me of how much of a purgatory we're in at wide receiver. By the way, when you look at these numbers, you want to put Robbie Anderson there?
I'll put the Rocket in there before I put.
When did the Rocket play? I can't remember when the Rocket played.
Yeah,
Rocket played.
He might have been too old.
Yeah, when did the Rocket play for us? I don't know. It doesn't show. Yeah, but I think the Rocket was before 2000. I could be wrong though.
Okay, give me. We keeping, bro. Give me.
These options are terrible. And by the way, this is all time. So you gonna put Kerry Colvin in there, bro? No,
this ain't funny, bro. Give me Ricky Pro, bro.
Yeah, what do we
Ricky Pro, bro? Give me Ricky Pro, bro. Give me Ricky Pro.
This is where we're at. But that puts it in perspective when it comes from a stat standpoint, by the way. Like that puts it in perspective a little bit.
Yeah, that ain't cool.
Yeah. But we've always been around first team, man. So you shouldn't be shocked by that. Shouldn't be shocked by it. My man said, "Give me Coker at this point."
Shout out to Knucklehead K. Give me Coker. All right, let's keep it moving from wide receivers.
Brandon Burson would never sniff this list.
Brandon Burson, that's crazy. That's crazy. Shout out to tight end. So we got Greg Olsen, Wesley Walls, and Jeremy Shockey. I ain't mad at that.
Nah, those are the three.
Shockey was only
Walls
here
was near the tail end now. Like you kind of you on the cusp of Walls because at that point Walls was on his way to retirement. Yeah, but you got to put him there.
But Shockey, because he was only there for one
year.
Go like I
mean,
they're saying Chris Mangum. I can get with that.
I mean,
they said Dante Rosario. That's crazy.
Nah.
Jeff
These are the
King.
three.
Okay.
Oh, you could do Mangum, but then but we know we got to have the receiver.
Are we giving Shockey his flowers from his Giants days just because he was?
No, he played pretty well for us the one season he was here. He did. No, he did. Don't do that. He did. Him and Olsen was a 1-2 punch. He did.
They were nice. They
were 1-2 punch, man. He did. Ed Dixon. That's a throwback.
Ed Dixon is crazy. But yeah, Shockey, we're gonna let that one go, but I think that's a bit of a stretch there. We'll keep it moving. Offensive line. This is where it got interesting. Jordan Gross, Andrew Norwell, Ryan Khalil, Trey Turner, Taylor Moton, Icky, Mike Wall, Travell Wharton, Jeff Hangardner, and Daryl Williams. Darryl Williams
should be up here. Hunt should be up here.
I was gonna say Hunt need to be up here. I think they got Daryl Williams up here because he did play right tackle and had some position flexibility. He played a little bit across the line, but I don't know if I'm. Daryl Williams.
Wharton doesn't get enough credit on how good he was for us. He could play all five positions. He played all five positions.
Norwell at his peak was very, very good. Trey Turner very solid too. So I get them being at the top. Khalil, obviously, we know him. Moton's been very, very solid. Gross was the best left tackle ever. Icky, I ain't mad at it. He's getting there. Mike Wall, interior.
He was good.
Yeah. Wharton was really good. Hangardner. When you get to Hangardner and Williams, I'm like, all right.
It's tough at that point, bro.
I could move a Robert Hunt in there. You know what I mean? Like
Jeff Otah, when he was healthy, was good, but the problem was he just wasn't healthy. I would probably argue Otah over Daryl Williams. To be honest with you, I could argue.
Yeah, I think you got to account for the injury though. Like
I know, but
he was good though. But I think they're giving Daryl Williams because Daryl williams was around for a little bit. Yeah, I mean he was around for some time. I remember Oklahoma guy. I remember watching him. And he's supposed to be better than what he was, but he ended up having to move inside and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm not too mad at this. I'm not too mad at this list. I'm not too mad. There's some names. I see what y'all are saying. Otai, Stussy, Donnelly.
Not Mike Remmers, I can tell you that. Not Byron Bell. Yeah, y'all naming all the terrible ones.
Byron Bell is crazy.
Nah, let's move on before I get angry.
We'll pass. Yeah,
Dave get angry, man.
with these old names.
Oh my
God!
Yeah,
we'll keep it moving.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to the next
defensive lineman.
I ain't arguing none of this.
Yeah, Julius Peppers, Chris Jenkins, K'Wan Short, Mike Rucker, Charles Johnson, Derek Brown, Brinson Buckner, Brian Burns, and Mario Addison. Now, I know it's blasphemy to say this, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. I would take Addison off and put Greg Hardy up in that thing, bro. Yo, Greg Hardy.
That's fair.
He dealt with his issues.
Nah, that's fair.
If you take those things off, I will put Greg Hardy.
He was a terror. He was a terror when
he was a problem, bro. He was a problem. He was a problem.
Nah, that's fair. I would argue taking Burns off, but that's a whole different discussion. But I would argue that. But I mean, if you're gonna take one off, I'll probably.
He is an op, though. He is an op.
And he's an op, so you can take him off, and you can put. You take him off. You put Greg Hardy. We know why. And look, man. All due respect to Panther, we know why you didn't put Greg Hardy there. I understand.
Yeah, we get that. I respect that. I respect that.
We get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Burns.
So we can take Burns off the list, and then put Greg Hardy in there, and we could put another person. You want to keep Mario Addison? Some folks are saying star.
No, I think you should keep Addison, and you could argue star, but would you remove in guy to put star up there? I wouldn't, and I wouldn't put star up there.
Because I'm not taking star over Buckner.
Nope, sure ain't. I ain't taking star over any of the defensive tackles that are sitting up here. None of them. Exactly. None of them. And all due respect to Star, because I like Star.
Respectfully,
all due respect to Star, but I'm not putting none of them ahead of the guys that are up here now. I'm not.
Gerald McCoy, not for the season.
No, he wasn't in there long.
Not for the season he played with us, because he wasn't that impactful. But if you take to account his whole career, yeah, you could then throw him in there. But I wouldn't even put McCoy over any of those guys that are on that list.
I'm not putting Star over Buckner, dog. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I don't think Brinson Buckner gets enough credit how good he was. I think because of the line, because of the other people he was with. I mean, because back then it was Buckner, Rucker, Jenkins, and Pep. Like, so I think Buckner was underappreciated. Star was a first round pick, so you expected him to be good and really good. But
Yeah. But Jared Allen, I could make an argument for Jared. He was with the bat. He was old man Jared, but you can. He was still good. That was a Super Bowl year too. The Super Bowl run to Jared Allen. I ain't mad at that. But Addison, y'all are right. Addison was a bit underappreciated. He was undersized. He wasn't, the flashy guy. He was productive though. He was productive. So I'm not mad at removing Burns because he's an op and adding Greg Hardy. And obviously we're sensitive to the situation. We don't want to, we're saying all that aside. But Greg Hardy, he is a what if, because if he had his head,
he didn't get into the situations, man.
Bruh. And we spoke to him. We had him on the pod. He is a friend of the show, but unfortunately, he just ain't.
If you're a Patreon member, you can go look up that in the archives. It's there.
Yeah, he's definitely in the archives. Dave.
It was 2000. That's what makes it worse. I'm still not doing it though. Kevin Green was 99. Yep. Yep. Reggie was past his prime when he came to us. He was. Right. He was.
Fair enough.
I'm not changing any. Like outside of Burns, I'm not moving anybody else on this list.
But you see how the conversations are much different when we got to the defense, though. Like it's like, we gotta choose. It's way more competitive, bro.
Back then, it was different, bro. Like I'm not used to seeing mediocre defenses for this extended period of time. I'm not used to this. Even when Rivera was the coach.
As a fan base, we're not. You're right.
As soon as Rivera left, that defense went to hell in the handbasket, bro. I ain't used to this long stretch of terrible defenses. I'm not.
You're right.
I'm not.
You're right.
Sorry. Nah, Al Wallace won't make this list. And that's all due respect to Al Wallace. He ain't gonna make this list. These are the guys. You take Burns out, you take Burns out, put Greg in. And that's the list. Moving on.
Yep.
What's next? Linebackers. Oh boy.
Linebackers.
You ain't gonna see nobody from the post Rivera era in this joint.
It's the op. No, it's the op.
Oh.
You got Frankie Louvu up here.
He gotta go. We gotta find somebody else.
He does have to go. He does have to go because he's an op. But Frankie did make the list, which is very interesting.
I will put Fields there.
Oh, Shaq got to go too, technically. Luke.
I'll put
Thomas
Fields there.
Davis, Beeson, Dan Morgan. Was Latham gone by then?
Latham might have. Will Witherspoon was around though. You put Will Witherspoon up here. Will Witherspoon should be up here. AJ Klein. Yeah, James Anderson.
No, AJ Klein. No, man. Nah, come on. We reaching now, bro.
But we can't keep Shaq and Luvu there.
James Anderson. I'm not mad at James Anderson.
Nah, James Anderson's fine. And Latham was gone. Lamar Latham was gone by 97.
Okay, Latham was gone. Mayo. Nah, we good on Mayo.
Nah. You might have to keep one of the ops there off by default if you got to have 6. You might have to keep the ops there.
I'm not putting AJ Klein on this list, yo. Y'all keep trying to force AJ Klein up here. Nah, we good.
You got to put Will Witherspoon up there though.
We good.
He has to
be
be
on AJ Klein. Sam Mills was gone by he was
Sam Mills
was prior to 2000 when it started.
Yeah.
Chase Blackburn. That's special team.
If I gotta take Shaq and Lou off, yeah. Yeah. Sam Mills doesn't qualify. Yeah, I'll probably put Anderson Witherspoon in.
But I think that this speaks to the continuity that we were able to build over those years. We were able to keep linebackers and like they've all been solid. You know what I mean? So
you can put Fields up there. That was on the Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
Put Fields up there. Yeah, you can put Fields up there too.
Okay.
Everybody keep talking about Sam Mills, but Sam was gone.
He does not qualify.
It's from 2000 to 2025.
Yeah,
Sam was gone.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right. So these are our linebackers. Let's keep it moving.
What's next? Corners.
Ooh. Chris Gamble, Josh Norman, J.C. Horn, Ken Lucas, Captain Munnerlyn.
Yeah.
Captain Munnerlyn. Y'all good with that?
Yeah. These are 5. Nah, these are 5.
I'm not mad at this. This is a solid
these are 5. These are 5.
Stephon Gilmore?
1 year? I can't. I can't. Ricky Manning Jr. Now he should probably be up here.
Ricky Manning
definitely
should be. Does he? Yeah.
He was on the Super Bowl team.
Here, bro.
Yeah.
All right. We got to take off. Yeah,
I'll probably move
y'all
Lucas.
are definitely right, bro.
I'll probably move Lucas.
I'll remove and Ricky Manning is a friend of the show too. Had him on the show.
Yeah, I would probably have to remove Lucas.
I would take probably Ken Lucas, bro.
I have to move Lucas off. I'm not taking Captain off, man.
Shout out to Cap, man.
Yeah, I can't take Captain off.
Ooh, Peanut?
Oh yeah, Peanut. Oh no.
Yeah, I would because Peanut, he was a problem that year.
Oh my God.
Richard Marshall too, I think, but ooh, bruh, yeah, y'all are right. Y'all are absolutely right. Y'all
we need to have 6 corners. I would add a 6 corner.
So what are we saying? We would take a linebacker. Let's take a linebacker off.
Remove a linebacker because there's too many ops, and then add a 6 corner.
Add a 6 corner. So we'll keep Cap, and we'll add Peanut, and we'll add
and we'll remove Lucas to put
Ricky Manning.
Put Ricky Manning there.
Ooh, Bradbury too. Bradbury was decent, but he not. I was never a huge Bradbury guy. Pause.
He probably known for being on the other teams now than us anyway, because he went to Philly, went to New York.
Is he an op now, or is he un?
I don't know I don't know where James Bradbury's at right now, but he's pretty much played in half the teams in the East, in the NFC East.
Yep. So that's the cornerback list. Yeah, and Norman only had one great year too, but it was very, very great year. It was a great year. That was almost a generational year for Josh Norman. So he definitely earns the list. All right, safeties. Mike
My
Minter,
man, Mike
Charles
Miller,
Godfrey,
bruh.
friend of the show too. Shout out to Mike Minter, friend of the show.
Yep, from the show.
Definitely had him on the show as well. Charles Godfrey, Kurt Coleman, Chris Harris, Deion Grant.
These are fine.
Yeah, no, Roman Harper was.
You could argue Roman Harper.
Yeah,
even though he's probably you remember him more of a Saint than a Panther, but he was on that 2015 Super Bowl team.
They're saying low-key Xavier Woods.
Eric Reed too.
He's an op. He's an
Eric
op.
Reed too.
Eric Reed was okay. It was
you could argue Eric Reed. You could argue it, but
Trey Boston. I would. Trey Boston has the strongest argument, to be honest.
Yes, because he's been on the team much longer too. Who are you taking off?
I don't know. I don't know if I can take anybody off, bro.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? You
Mike Mitchell was solid. That year Mike Mitchell was here, he was really good. I don't know if I'm taking anybody off, bro.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think you can. No chin is hilarious. Come on, man.
Chin. Nah,
come on, man.
Can't do that.
Come on, Alex.
That's a tough. The safeties are tough. I can make an argument for Trey Boston for sure, 1,000%.
All right, now we're about to get a special team. This is where it's gonna get funny.
Yeah, very funny. Cause my man selected Graham Gano.
Nah, dog, John Casey. I don't give a damn. I understand your bitterness about what happened in the damn Super Bowl, but you got to put John Casey there. I don't give a damn what you tell me. I don't care what you think about this. You have to have John Casey there. Ty Sauerbrunn, understand that. John Casey has to be up there. I don't know how you put Graham Gano up here with John Casey. That is insane.
They said his percentage was better. His kick percentage was better.
Whatever, dog.
Say he's more reliable. You want me to read? I'll read the excerpt.
You ain't got to read a thing. No, John Casey comes up here. The dude's got more points than any other team, any other player in the franchise history. He has to be here.
I'm about to read you the excerpt, Dave, because you need to know why. You need to know why why Gano was taken over John Casey. It says the first sentence on this says you may look at the omission of John Casey as a snub, but Gano was simply more reliable, especially from deep. Gano nailed 82% of his field goal tries from 40 to 49 yards and 61% from 50 or more, while Casey hit 77% and 50% respectively. So, Dave, are you staying with Casey?
Yes. I'm not changing my mind off this. Yes. What are we talking about? Yes. What? Yes.
Yeah.
Come on,
Casey
guys.
had a lot more time with us too. Like he had a long.
He was there forever, ever. Since the beginning, forever. You out here bringing Graham Gano.
I'm just reading you. This is not my list.
I know what he read.
This is not my list. This is the list from Panthers Wire.
In that case, you want to talk about accuracy? Why ain't Eddie Pinheiro there? Why ain't Eddie Pinheiro there then? Y'all want to be out here talking about accuracy? Why ain't Eddie Pinheiro there?
He was the greatest kicker of all time until he wasn't.
Yeah. Why ain't Eddie Pinheiro in these streets? Why ain't Eddie there? You want to talk about the accuracy? Eddie should be there. You want to go by accuracy? Where's Eddie? Where's Eddie at? You know who really should put there to really piss people off? Harrison Butker.
Ooh. Yeah, that one hurts.
But it should be John Casey. I understand you're gonna give me the analytics, but in that case, you should put Aiden Pinheiro there. Nah.
Todd Sauerbrunn over Hecker?
Oh yeah.
Y'all down with that?
Oh yeah. Even though he might have been roided up, but oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, you putting Royce on Sauerbrunn, bro? He was.
I think there was some things about it, if I recall correctly. Allegedly.
Putting roids on my guy is crazy, bro.
I thought I got it. Now you're gonna have to look it up.
Look it up. And then we have the legendary JJ Jansen, who has been around for basically all 25 of these years. So he he absolutely deserves to be on this team because he damn near been on the team for the 25 years. So shout out to JJ
Yeah.
Jansen, man, still rocking.
He had banned supplements. He knows he's smart by steroid scandal, and yeah.
So we just keeping him on the list for off the strength.
Yeah. Literally off the strength. Literally off the strength. Literally.
Shout out to Sauerbrunn, man. Trying to ruin anything for the cause, bro. Whatever it takes, bro. Any means necessary. He was trying to get us to the chip.
Hashtag off the strength.
Off the strength, bro.
We know why Casey didn't make the list, man. I know some of you guys some folks feel the way about what happened in the Super Bowl. I get it.
He kicked the football out of bounds.
I get it, but no, he's gotta be there. And then you got
that's a great point. What coach we picking? We ain't say that. Who's lead? Do we want to pick the coordinators and the head coach?
I mean, the coach is Rivera.
McDermott got to be DC, right?
Yeah.
Or are we going back further than that? Are we going back further than that?
Rivera has to be the coach. I know you guys might not, but Rivera has to be the coach. But the offensive coordinator, God, it has to be Mike Schuler, right? It's between him and Gil Haskell. But no, Gil Haskell was before 2000. So yeah, it has to be Schuler. It has to be Schuler. You could argue Chud.
I was gonna say Chud. I ain't gonna. I like Chud a lot, bro.
No, I know. But Gil Haskell was before 2000. So you can do Chud, and you can do Schuler. DC, I almost want to use John Fox's DC, bro, but I wouldn't be mad at McDermott. I wouldn't be mad at McDermott at DC. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at McDermott at DC. You kind of got to put Schuler there, bro. If you want to talk about the most prolific offense we ever had between 2000 and 2025, it was him. We had the number one offense in the NFL under Schuler. I know that's hard for you guys to believe. But we had the number one offense in the NFL under Schuler. So
Chubb was him though, man.
I'm not doubting it. But how many times were we the number one offense in the NFL?
That's a great question.
I think it might be once. I don't think we were number one in 99. Because that would be the closest one after that. It'd be 2015 and 99. Yeah, it's got to be Rivera, Schuler, and McDermott.
North Turner, OC?
No. For us, like guys, we're talking about for us, not overall. North Turner as an OC was phenomenal for a career standpoint, but for us, it's got to be Schuler. I know how folks feel about Schuler, but it kind of has to be Schuler.
Yep.
If you're talking 2025, it's got to be Schuler.
All right, that was good. The coach
Dan Henning, feed the stud. Dan Henning, nah, Schuler, definitely not Jeff Davidson. Oh God, we could argue Wilkes, but nah, it's still McDermott.
Yeah, I'm rolling with McDermott.
Yeah, it's McDermott.
Or I'm not really. Yeah, I go McDermott for sure.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm trying to remember who went right after Jack Del Rio. Who was the DC after Jack Del Rio? I cannot remember to save my life right now. Let me see. I can't remember right now. But I'm gonna find out because otherwise it's gonna bother me. The DC was Mike Tregovac. Oh yeah, nah, yeah, McDermott. Yeah, McDermott.
No Phil Snow love?
No, absolutely not.
I'm just saying.
Because the thing is, man, like Del Rio was the DC for the Panthers the year before they went to the Super Bowl. So,
nah, this is funny. Norman said, "Can we put together an all-time pain team?" Ian Thomas, Byron Bell. Add Matt Khalil to that list. Vernon Butler, Coney Ely. Oh man, that'd be an easy list to make. You got to put Jimmy Clausen at quarterback.
You think he's the worst quarterback we ever had?
Not the word, the situation. Like if you add the situation in with everything else, like the way they got him, I think he would be on the all. But I mean, can you? Because he did end up granting us Cam Newton, so that eases some of the pain. But all-time pain team is crazy. Who would be on the running backs? Who would be the running backs for the all pain team?
Oh my God,
that's tough. My man said,
we've had some really good running backs across the board, man.
Ben Wickery definitely needs to be on that list for sure. Yeah, for sure. All pain team is definitely.
Didn't they let him go after he gave up all them yards?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
to hear Whitehead, bro, that's crazy.
I will never forget. The moment I saw.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. He would be on the list. Cameron
Miles Sanders being on the all pain team. That's funny. Man, y'all are killing
Monty Edwards is on the Kerry Colbert.
Monty Edwards would definitely be on the all pain team.
Oh my God. Would Devin Funchess be on the all pain team?
Yes.
Dog, we're gonna have somebody.
Wide receiver 1 for the all pain team. Him, right, and then right next to him would be Dwayne Jarrett. Add him next to the all pain team. Yeah. Geddes would be in the slot. David Geddes in the slot.
If he was healthy, he would be in the slot.
No, that's why he's in a pain team. He's on the slot.
Ian Thomas,
the tight end.
I like Mike Goodson. I wouldn't put him on the pain team. Mike Goodson was good at one point. He won me a fantasy championship one year. Mike Goodson was fine.
Oh yeah, Mingo's definitely on the all pain team for sure.
Yeah, Jonathan Mingo's on the all pain team.
Second round pick, he definitely got to be on the all pain. Our wide receiver stacking up on the all pain team.
Yeah, I pulled up the numbers. Hey, look, you want to see it again?
We got solid depth on the all pain team, bro.
That's
crazy.
Do you want to see this again? Like, do you want to really see this again? Like, look at this. Like,
now KB not on the pain team, bro. Stop.
Look at this. Ian Thomas is 25th all time.
Deontay Johnson might have earned a spot on the all pain team for real.
Dog, no, he don't have to have a spot, bro. He don't have to have a spot on the all pain team. You know why? You know why he don't have to have a spot on the all pain team? Because he created his own pain. He created his own pain.
He won't go in the game. He won't go. He won't even go in the game, bro.
I have never in my life seen somebody drop the bag as fast as he did, bro. Like ever.
Terrace Marshall is
definitely on the all pain team. Bro, yo, we're going to have like 9 wide receivers on the all pain team.
Our wide receiver depth is bananas, bro, for the all pain team, bro. That is crazy.
Oh, my word.
Crazy,
bro.
No. The offensive line would be another easy one to put together, bro.
Mike Remmers, numero uno.
No. Matt Khalil is numero uno on the all pain. Speed Bump McGee is numero uno on the all pain team, bro. He's on the all pain team for sure.
Sam, I'm not gonna put Sam on the all pain team. David Carr is though.
Greg Little, that's crazy.
Greg Little is on the all pain team.
Definitely on the all pain team, bro.
David Carr is on the all pain team with that. Michael Jackson glove of his. He is on the all pain team. Robbie Anderson's not on the all pain team. Matt Willick definitely got to be on the all pain team. I remember when he threw the flag back at the ref.
Who are the safety? Man, we've had some bro.
Don't do this. Not like this.
Bro, worst corner. I'm just trying to think of the worst corners we've had.
CJ Henderson.
Come on, bro. Too soon.
No, it's not. Is he in the league? Is he in the league?
I think the Texans got him.
Oh. Mike Jordan. Yeah, Mike Jordan was yeah. I mean, if you want all pain, all you gotta do is look up the 2010 squad. That's what pain looks like, bro.
No, I take that back. He is not.
I didn't think he was.
He is not. He did a stint with the Texans, and he did a stint with Pittsburgh.
If you want to talk about the all-paying, if we're gonna do the all-paying coaching staff, but that'll be easy as hell. Matt Rule will be near the top of that heat.
Oh, he's definitely at the top. He's head coach and GM.
I mean, you could probably argue Frank Reich, but I mean,
and Dave Gettleman is the GM for the all-paying team, bro.
But how can he be? But Dave how? Because he took it to a Super Bowl. How?
And he also destroyed the team too, bro. He the gift and the curse. Dave Gettleman is definitely the GM for the all-paying team, bro, for sure.
I wouldn't put George Seifert on the all-paying team because folks got to remember what happened with George Seifert that final season. He told ownership and leadership that the team was going to be very young and they're not going to be that good this year because they were trying to go to youth movement. And that draft pretty much built the foundation of that Super Bowl team. That 2001 draft. Steve Smith was in that draft. So,
all-paying team, David Newton for media. That's funny. That's funny. All right, man. That's it. All-paying team is funny. We might have to officially put one of those together, but all-paying team and the all 25-year.
Yeah, we can't let Fitterer. We can't let Fitterer off the hook. That's why, like, Fitterer probably will be the all-paying GM. So you can't now. As much as we know what happened with Gettleman and the whole fiasco after we got to the Super Bowl, he got us there. Got us there. Fitterer, only thing he got us was hilarious takes on this show because we weren't winning anything. But yeah, okay.
So, but yeah, man, good show. Salute. We got up to about 700 viewers, so appreciate that. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, get in the comments. Let us know what's up, man. A lot of good content has come off of y'all comments, so please get in the comments. Let us know what's up. Subscribe. We are still slowing. We're slowing down a little bit, so hit the sub button if you're new here. We appreciate that. Make sure y'all go to gamechangers.com or gamechangers.la, excuse me. And use that code PNP10 to get your t-shirts. Not just Panther shirts. They have pop culture, all the other stuff too. So support the channel. Go over there, man. We greatly appreciate it. Like, subscribe, notification bell. We out of here. We holler at y'all. Peace.